What if I told you that the entire global economy runs on the same logic as a massive scam? Every dollar you save, every pension contribution you make, and every mortgage payment you grind for is part of a structure that can only survive if the people coming after you keep pumping money upward. This isn't just a Ponzi scheme hiding in a dark corner of finance, it is the operating system of the modern world. The hard truth is that the only reason this system hasn't collapsed yet is that governments, banks, and central banks keep injecting new victims, new credits, and new illusions into the machine. The question isn't whether this system will break, it's who will be crushed when it does. Welcome to Pyramid Economics. We are diving into the gray zone where money, power, and history collide, right into the heart of the global economy we know as a shill game. In 1920, Charles Ponzi took the world by storm with a promise of 50% profit in 90 days. He paid the early investors with the money from the newcomers. People believed the system was safe, but the math was brutal. Every layer needed more people than the one before. Eventually, the music stopped and thousands went bankrupt. Now, set aside the legal jargon and look at today. Governments borrow trillions of dollars, not based on value they've created, but from the pockets of future generations who haven't even been born yet. Corporations take on debt to inflate their stock prices, pushing the bill into the future. And the money in your pocket? It's not backed by gold or silver, it is created out of thin air every time a bank issues a loan. When you deposit $1,000 into a bank, the bank keeps only a small fraction, say 10%, in reserve and lends the rest to someone else. That loan is then deposited into another bank, which keeps a fraction and lends it again. Your original $1,000 instantly transforms into thousands of dollars of credit within the system. On paper, everyone feels wealthier. In reality, it is just layers of debt stacked on top of each other. This is a pyramid that only stands as long as trust remains. Do you think your pension comes from a magical vault where your contributions are stored? Think again. That money comes from the premiums paid by young workers today. As long as the base of the pyramid, the young population, keeps growing, there's no problem. But from Japan to Europe and the US, populations are aging. As the number of young people at the bottom shrinks, the burden of the retirees at the top grows. The math is hitting a wall. The same applies to the housing market. Home prices are no longer determined by real value, but by how much the next buyer can afford to borrow. When the people at the bottom can no longer enter the system, the pyramid begins to crack. Inflation is not an accident, it is the price of keeping the pyramid alive. As governments run deficits or banks are bailed out, new money is pumped into the system. When money multiplies faster than real value, your wages and savings evaporate. Inflation is the system's way of saying, we will keep the pyramid standing for one more year, but you, the ordinary citizen, will pay the bill. History shows us the pattern: the Great Depression of 1930, the Japanese bubble of 1980, or the 2008 crisis. They all shared the same DNA, systems that required endless new money and new beliefs shattered the moment they hit reality. So, how can we protect ourselves? Stop believing the system was designed for you. The financial system exists to protect itself, not you. Inflation, debt, and bailouts are not bugs, they are features used to keep the system afloat. Focus on real assets. Instead of trusting the system's promises, mere numbers, turn toward assets that retain value even if the system fails. Your skills, your networks, and physical stores of value are your true insurance. Realize the structure. If you mistake a pyramid for a foundation, you will be crushed under it. Financial freedom isn't waiting for the state to save you, it's understanding the traps of the system and learning how to step outside of them. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. And the rhyme here is crystal clear: pyramids cannot grow forever.